Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to The Past is Alive. Hope you all had a good weekend. I spent the last 2 days scouring Pittsburgh and then today Lancaster, looking for old toys and things of the past. Didn't have the best of weekends, but I did find some stuff. So I'm going to show you the footage, things that I filmed, the places that I went from yesterday. And I didn't really film too much today, but we're going to do a recap at the end of the video. So stay with me here and I'll show you what I picked up. So first stop on the map is a place called Pittsburgh Antique Mall, based out of Castle Shannon. I've been seeing this place pop up now for a while, whenever I throw it into Google Maps, for antique malls. I was always curious if there'd be anything here that Eric or I would be into, because the pictures don't really show too many things that we're into. Some old Superman comics there. I came across an LB's Big Boy little statue there. I think it was $20. And then some Get Smart figures. I think those were $20 a piece. The first floor of Pittsburgh Antique offered not much more beyond porcelain plates and glassware. So I kind of didn't really have my hopes set too high here so far. Only at the very top of the stairs, came across some Star Wars figures, late 90s. All seem to be tagged a bit high. I think those were $45. And then the episode 1 figures were, I think, $8 or $10 a piece. VHS tapes were $3 a piece, which I thought was pretty high. Usually they're 50 cents a piece, anywhere you go. Here's another place Eric and I went to this weekend that was, they had VHS tapes for $5 a piece, which I thought was insane for used VHS tapes. So Fisher Price cookware set up top there on the shelf. Then I found this awesome Deion Sanders cardboard cutout for Pepsi from the 90s in this little corner. Couldn't even see a price tag on it because it was wedged back in there, but pretty awesome. A lot of Deion Sanders fans out there. And then I had hope again once I found a small corner. We have a McGuire 85 Topps rookie. Not a PSA, it was a different grading company, and then a Sammy Sosa 90 Leaf. Also graded, but I couldn't see the tags on them. It must have been flipped around the other way. But a couple autographed baseballs and stuff, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll find some collectibles here that I'm interested in. And I found this Mr. Rogers neighborhood backpack, still in the plastic. I think it was $15, and I was definitely considering buying it because it's pretty awesome. Vintage novelty item there that I've never seen. So they had a decent amount of collectibles over here. Some old Pirates programs and whatnot. I think those were from the 70s. But really couldn't really find any toys over there at all whatsoever. There's a little stack full of old baseball puzzles. I think they had a Ty Cobb one there, older Don Russ puzzles you put together, the sets. I think they were $5 a piece. Which isn't too bad. I feel like that's the going rate for the most part for older puzzles like that. I think those are from 81, 83, or in that era. And there's some more autographed balls over here. And this other bag that I found. I think this was 70s Pirates on this ball. I think I saw Bill Matlock on there. I think it was a $35 price tag, maybe. Just trying to distinguish some of their names on there. I think the only one I saw I recognized was Bill Matlock. Put that one back. Went back over to the other baseballs. They had a Tim Salmon baseball there. No COAs or anything. They also had a Bill Mazeroski baseball. I think the Mazeroski was like 35 or something like that. So didn't see anything once, so I ended up leaving there. Head to the next stop, which was Rough and Rare Finds, I believe. It was actually half a mile up the road. And as soon as we walked in, we were greeted by their guard dog. As you can tell here in this clip, there's a guard dog. This guy was real friendly. Not a real big selection in here. It's kind of like 2 rooms, or 3 rooms, I guess. So I walked in, asked him any toys or baseball cards. He's like, "Yep, I got cards." He goes over and pulls this old toolbox off the shelf there. I'm like, wow, there might be some like 50s cards in here or something else. So I found a place to set it down. Still asking him about toys in the meantime. As soon as I popped the thing open, I think I saw 90 tops. I was like, oh no. And there was like baseball, football, and basketball in there. And they're all junk wax era cards. A lot of dinged up corners and everything else. I didn't even see one Hall of Famer or anything in there. So, okay, whatever. I'm putting this one back. Heard a faint, weird scream that was kind of off-putting as I was putting that back on the shelf there. Looked around some more, talked to the guy, and then ended up leaving. Didn't find anything. So, off to the next location. And this one was another half mile on the road. This place is called Poor Johnny's. Another antique mall. It's like right around the corner from the first stop. And the guy that worked in here was really friendly. As soon as we walked in, he was chatting us up. Good bit of selection there. Different items. Bunch of different ballpark statues there. Pretty cool. Collectibles. I was kind of hopeful for this place almost right off the bat. Walking in, we saw a Commodore 64 in the box, so that was pretty cool for any of you older gamers. You can appreciate that. As you see right here. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a Commodore 64 in the box. And the Odyssey 2. And then right after that, I saw these Chippendale Panini stickers. I think those were $3, a little more than I wanted to spend, so I left those behind. Then this awesome like carnival game in here too. That was pretty cool. One of those like test your strength games, and right below those were a few lunch boxes. So I always gotta look at lunch boxes when I see them, hoping that I find some old pop culture stuff that I like. The first one was an Aladdin one, wasn't too into that, and then the second one was a Chippendale. So this is pretty awesome. I used to be a huge Chippendale fan when I was younger. In the late 80s, early 90s. And then the third one was a G.I. Joe lunchbox. I think they were all like $10, but they weren't in the best shape, so I left those behind. And there's this little small room that had some collectibles, a Smurfs like record player in it. It was pretty awesome, but not the collectibles that I was really looking for, so didn't purchase anything there. Talked to the guy for a minute, and then took off, went up the road again. This place is a little further. This place is called Red, White, and Blue Thrift. There's 2 of them in Pittsburgh. Really big thrift stores. They got lots of toys and a variety of all kinds of stuff. Here's me going through board games here. The last time I was here, I found a ton of baseball cards, mostly 90 tops. But they had a bunch of sets that were all dug through, basically. I'm not sure if customers did them, if they got to the places that way. But I went through a lot of 90 tops looking for the no name on front card, and obviously didn't find it. But sometimes they have action figures here. But this place is definitely notorious for people coming to flip things. You know, you got a lot of people in and out of there. You got people on their phones on eBay looking up stuff constantly. So it's kind of hard to find a good deal to begin with, especially for toys. You can see there's mostly all newer toys. Sometimes if you're lucky, you'll find something on the bottom shelf somewhere or underneath the clothing rack. But yeah, usually there's a ton of people and everything's all picked over. By the time I go, I think this was like probably 5 o'clock in the afternoon whenever I got here. I did come across this Batman animated series Hot Wheels car though, so I was pretty surprised that I was sitting there and with only $1 price tag on it. And there's not a ton of value to it, but still it's an awesome collectible, so I'm surprised that no one else picked that up. And then here's a newer Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Not a whole lot of value to those. I mean, you might get $20 for it around there, something along those lines. Forget what the price tag on that was, but I ended up leaving it behind. They got a lot of DVDs. There's just a mixture of all kinds of different stuff in these stores. So judging by what you guys saw, you can tell the thrift gods did not bless me this weekend very much, but I still managed to come across a few things. Yesterday, the last place I went to was Red, White, and Blue Thrift Store. There's two of these locations. They're huge stores, but you also have a lot of people in there that are in there just to flip things. So a lot of people on their phones on eBay looking up stuff, but I still managed to come across this awesome Hot Wheels Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. This is my favorite Batmobile. As you saw in my recent toy video, I picked up the actual Kenner one, which is pretty sick. There's not a lot of value to these, but still, it was a good price at $1. So couldn't walk away from this one. They usually sell for like, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 on eBay. But I'll probably pass this along for a fan mail response to some Batman fans. There's a ton of you out there, so I don't really collect Hot Wheels too much. But I figure one of you guys would appreciate that in your collection. Even though I'm a diehard Batman fan, still probably pass it along anyways. And then another place that we went to called Community Thrift in Pittsburgh. I found this random old home run pinball game, which is pretty awesome. This is from 1987, made by Smethport Specialty Company, which I've never heard of. Smethport, PA, so it might be local, I guess. Never heard of the place, but this thing's pretty cool too. And let's see if I can get a hit here or something. Oh, nice. Oh, I got a foul ball. It's kind of lame. I got 2 foul balls in a row. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh, I hit a home run. Nice. Okay. Took a while, but still a cool concept. I love stuff like this in the card. And I don't remember ever seeing this when I was younger. But you got some instructions on the back here. 1987, so I love stuff of this era. I probably won't hang on to this. I will probably pass this along to one of you guys. Maybe one of you guys can appreciate it a little more for a fan mail response, maybe. So that was a pretty cool pickup. That was really the only thing I found at Community Thrift. And then I bought some different supplies and whatnot along the way, different places, penny sleeves and stuff like that. And then today, Eric and I went to Lancaster, and I couldn't find anything in there. I did find a decent amount of toys, but they were all way overpriced. Everyone was asking eBay prices. I didn't really find any cards I didn't have either, but I was kind of running out of hope there, and I did come across a toy booth, or a toy vendor in there, and he had this King of Cartoons Pee Wee Herman figure. This is made by Matchbox in 1988. Kind of dirty, but I always thought about starting to collect this toy line and just never did. But I always thought to myself, if I come across this stuff at the right price, I'll definitely buy it. This was $5. I've seen these sell for upwards of 30 on eBay, but I've also seen them sell for 10. So still a decent deal, I think. I also came across the Magic Screen at one point today too, but he was an eBay price. So maybe I'll pick up the rest of these. He definitely needs a little cleaning there. So I'm gonna go with a rag and wipe him off and whatnot. And the card's pretty wavy too there, but maybe try to flatten that out. But this is my first one for the Pee Wee Herman toy line, so I'll probably be looking out for more of these now. And the very last thing that I bought today was 2 boxes of World's Greatest Card Chase. So I'm going to crack these open here sometime soon. Maybe Tuesday we'll do a live stream and rip one of these. I know a lot of people hate these. A lot of people love them too. I like opening old packs, so I figured, what the heck, I'm going to rip those at some point this week. But that is it for this week. And I told you guys I didn't find a lot of stuff, but that's the way the hobby goes. So there you have it. Like I said, nothing crazy, but did find some cool stuff, and still had a good time anyways, exploring all these places. But that's it for me. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I will be back on Tuesday with another video, possibly a live stream, so keep an eye out for that. But that's it for me for tonight. I am going to go and get ready for bed. So have a good night, everyone. I'll see you soon.